Hello students, today in this class we will see about states of matter. Last class we have seen what is matter, okay, anything that occupies space and has mass is called matter, and we have seen the examples of matter, and we have seen that properties of particles of matter, okay. We have seen all those things. Today in this class we will see states of matter. Before going to that, so we have some questions in our text, not exercise. In text only we have some questions. We will discuss those questions, and after that we will move to the states of matter. I hope everything is clear. So now page number 3, there are some questions in your NCERT textbook. So I am going to read those questions and I will explain those. See, the question is, which of the following are matter? The question is, which of the following are matter? Chair, air, loud smell, hate, almonds, hot, cold, lemon water, smell of perfume. See, out of this, which are matters and which are not matters? We will see one by one. See, first one is chair. See, chair has mass as well as it occupies space. That means it is a matter. It is a matter of solid state. Air. So air indicates it is a gas. Okay. As we already know, it occupies space and it has mass. I have given example. What example? In the cylinder, if the cylinder is vacant, the weight of the cylinder is lighter. After the cylinder is filled with gas, then the weight is little bit heavier. Okay. So the gas has or air has mass. So that means it is a matter. Love is an emotion. So no emotion is a matter. Emotions are not matters. I already told this. Emotions are not matters. I cannot say that I love my parents 50 kg. We cannot say like that. Love does not have any mass. Okay. So love is not a matter. This is not a matter. Next is smell. Again smell. You are smelling something. That means there is some, I think food smell is coming. You can smell that. But you cannot say that I am smelling something 10 kg, 20 kg like that. Okay. Smell does not have any specific mass. So smell does not have mass means it is not a matter. Smell is not a matter. Next one is hate. Again the same thing. Hate is again an emotion. So the emotions are not matters, as already I told you. Happiness, hate, these all are not matters. Okay. So hate is not a matter because it is an emotion. I can't say you, I hate you 10 kg, I hate you 20 kg. It's not possible. It is not relevant to say like that. Okay. So hate is also not matter. Next comes almonds. So almonds are, we can see that. So almonds we can have them in your hand. So they are occupying some space. So they are having some mass. Almonds are having some mass. So that means almonds are also matter. Thought. See the thought. Thought comes to your mind, but it does not have any mass. Thought is not having any mass. So that means it is again, we cannot see that. Can we see the thought? No. We cannot see that. And sometimes it does not have sometimes it is not having totally mass only. Thought cannot have any mass. That means it is also not a matter. Cold is a feeling. Feeling and emotions both are not matters. Cold is a feeling, hot is a feeling, sad, happiness, depressed. Okay? These all are feelings. The feelings are not considered to be a matter. There should be a material. Okay? When the material is there, it occupies the space as well as it has mass. Then we call it as matter. But here it is not a matter because it's a feeling. Cold. I am feeling cold. That means it is a feeling. It is not a matter. Next comes lemon water. Yes. Lemon water is a matter. Matter in the liquid state. It's a lemon water. It occupies some space in the glass or in whichever container you are filling that lemon water. Okay. And it has some mass. That means lemon water is a matter. Next one, smell of perfume. Smell of perfume. See, there is a difference. Only smell and smell of perfume, both are different. Only smell, if they say, it is not a matter. But smell of perfume means perfume is in liquid state. It is getting diffused to air in the form of diffusion. It is getting diffused to air and that is reaching our nose. That means it is occupying some space in the air and that has some mass. That perfume has some mass, no? So that means its mass is transferred into the air and that is reaching our nose. That means smell of perfume we can say it is a matter. Only smell is there. If smell in general is not a matter, but smell of perfume is a, we can say it as a matter. Next, this is regarding which are matters and which are not the matters. Second question is there in that book. Give reasons for the following observations. Give reasons for the following observations. The smell of hot sizzling food reaches you several meters away, but to get the smell from cold food you have to go close. See, the smell of hot food reaches you even though you are several meters away. Means there is a hot food, you are several meters away, that smell reaches you. Even though there is cold food near you, that smell does not reach you because see, the food is usually in solid shape generally. Okay, that solid has very less diffusion. Diffusion means it will not diffuse. Diffusion means one form of molecules will diffuse into other form. We call it as diffusion. Okay, solids does not diffuse in normal state. That means the kinetic energy of solids is very less, too less when normal temperature is maintained. That is when it is cold. But when it is becoming hot, when it becomes hot, that time the kinetic energy of the molecules of the food increases. Because of that, the diffusion of molecules increases. When the diffusion increases, that smell reaches our nose very easily. So that even though there is several meters away from us that hot food is, we can get the smell of that hot food because of the diffusion of the molecules which happened because of the increase of kinetic energy which happened due to the increase in the temperature. I hope you are getting my point. This will not the same thing with cold food because there is no increase in temperature. There is no increase in kinetic energy of molecules, hence there is no diffusion. Hence there will be no smell coming to us even though it is kept near to us. I hope everything is clear regarding this. We will move to the third question. A diver is able to cut through water in a swimming pool. Which property of matter does this observation show? And last one, what are the characteristics of particles of matter? See, a diver is able to cut through a swimming pool. Suppose a swimming pool is there. Now a diver cuts it. Diver means he is a person. Diver means he is a person and he is diving in the swimming pool so that he occupies some space in the swimming pool. This indicates that molecules of water have some spaces between them. That means there are intermolecular spaces between the water. Okay, that means what property of matter? Matter has intermolecular spaces between them. Okay, that comes here. Matter have intermolecular spaces between them. That is the property used here. And the last question, what are the properties of matter? We have already discussed it in the last class. So what are the properties of matter? So first let us know what is matter. Anything that occupies space and has mass is called matter. What are the properties of matter? First property, the properties of particles of matter. The particles of matter have intermolecular spaces between them. Particles of matter are continuously moving. Particles of matter attract each other. So these particles of matter, if there are particles of matter, they attract each other and they have intermolecular spaces. Okay, they have intermolecular spaces, they attract each other and they are continuously moving. These are the three properties of particles of matter. So you note down this in your book. You note down this. I will give homework on this also. So please take care of this and we'll move to the next concept. Okay, that is states of matter. I hope everything is clear till this moment. Okay. Now we'll come to states of matter. What are the states of matter? States means in the form. Okay, forms of matter we can say. States of matter. Matter mainly exists in three states. Even one state is there. We call it as a special state. One state of matter, that is plasma. Okay, but mainly it exists. We consider the main existence of matter in three states. Okay, that is solid, liquid, and gas. Anything that we see in our life all exist in these three states only. Very rare case we see some things in plasma. Okay, but maximum 99% of the matters exist in these three states only. Okay, so first, what are these three states? Solid, liquid, and gas. Right. So first we learn in this class properties of solid. Okay, if I take a solid, it will be like this. This is a solid structure. Okay, and molecules will be like this. If I take little bit small, okay, this is a solid structure and molecules are attached very close to each other. There is not much intermolecular spaces between them. I will tell them in properties, but let me explain you. There are no intermolecular spaces between them. Okay, so this is a boundary I am making it particular. So this is a solid structure, molecules, particles of solids. Let me say it's a solid. Okay, so see here, we learn one by one what are the properties of matter. Okay, so first one, what are the properties of solid? Okay, not matter. First one, it has fixed shape. See, every solid has a fixed shape. For example, if I take this duster, it is having fixed shape. If I take this chalk, this is also having fixed shape. Okay. For example, if you take the mobile in which you are seeing this video, that is also having fixed shape, say rectangular shape. So even though you keep it in your hand, it is in rectangular shape. Even though you keep it on the table, it will be in rectangular shape. Even though your friend takes it and keeps it in his pocket, still it will be in rectangular shape. So it is not changing its shape. Hence, it is having fixed shape. So solids are having fixed shape. Second one, it is having definite value. See, all the solids are having definite value. Value you already know in mathematics. So solid structures are having the values. That means in any structure, if you can put something, we call it as value. Suppose if you take a ball, cricket ball or a volleyball, you can put air in that. There will be air in the volleyball inside that. So that we can take as a solid structure. But if you take a piece of paper, you cannot put anything inside that. Okay, we can't say one value for that. Okay, instead of we say area for that, you will learn that all in mathematics. Okay, but here definite value is there. For all solids, there is a definite value. It is having definite value. You understood? I hope you understood value. So solids are having one fixed value, definite value. This is having definite value. Okay. Third one, they are incompressible. You cannot compress a solid very easily. Solids cannot be compressed very easily. Suppose if I take a duster, I cannot compress it very easily. I can compress it if I apply very high force that deforms the structure. Okay, but it happens when you apply high force. So I am speaking at ease, you cannot compress it. That means solids are incompressible. Okay, you cannot compress the solids. These are incompressible. I hope these 3 points clear. Next, fourth one. Solids are having high density. High density means what? What is density? Density is rho is equal to mass by volume. That means there must be less volume and there must be maximum mass. It is expressed in rho, maximum mass and less volume. So solids are having more mass and they are having less volume. So solids are having more mass means usually solids are having high density. Solids are having high density and no diffusion. Solids will not diffuse very easily. As I was explaining that question of hot food reaches our smell of hot food reaches our nose very easily, whereas smell of cold food does not reach even though it kept closer to us. So I was explaining that time I told you that solids will not diffuse very easily. Here the thing is, it is having high density solids are and no diffusion for solids if it kept in normal temperature. Then interparticles force of attraction are largest. See, interparticle force of attraction. Interparticle force of attraction means there are particles here. In between the particles there is a force of attraction. As the properties of particles of matter 3 says, there is a force of attraction between the particles of matter. Here, interparticle force of attraction. Same, both are same. If particles of matter are attracting each other, we call it as interparticle. Inter means between two particles. If competition is happening between two schools, we call it as inter-school competition. If the cricket match is happening between two nations, we call it as international cricket match. Similarly, interparticles. Interparticle means it is happening between particle, two or more particles. When it is happening between two or more particles, we call it as interparticle. So, interparticle force of attraction are largest. Here the force of attraction is highly more. There is a force of attraction between these particles is largest. There is a too much force of attraction. Every particle here, both all particles attract each other in a high force. There is a large force of attraction. Next one, constituent particles are closely packed. Constituent particles are closely packed. Constituent particles are closely packed means what? Here it is, I will write it again. High density. It is not clearly visible, so I have written it again. See, constituent particles are closely packed. So all the particles present in solid are closely packed. They are closely bounded. They are having a fixed boundary. That means they are closely bounded. Constituent particles are closely packed. So interparticle distance are small. The interparticle distance means between the two particles there is some distance. That distance is very much small in solids. You can see here there is very much less distance in the case of solids. That is interparticle distance are very much less. So this is regarding properties of solids. In exam they might ask you which property is used. They will give you an example and which property is used. Or they will ask you what are the states, define matter, what are the states of matter, and explain some properties of solids. Then you have to explain all these things. Okay, you have to tell what is matter. Matter is anything that occupies space and has mass is called matter. And states of matter are solid, liquid, gas. Properties of solids are this. So you can, by seeing this, you can explain, or by taking one example, you can explain. So if I take an example of duster, it has a fixed shape, it has definite volume. Okay, it cannot be compressed. That means it is incompressible. Next, no diffusion, high density. So then, regarding, by seeing this, you can say that so what we can say, intermolecular force of attraction is largest. Okay, or force of attraction between the particles is highest, and there is very less distance between the particles. That is interparticle distance is very less, and the particles are highly closely packed. Okay, constituent particles are closely packed. These properties we can say. So I hope this is clear with this class. Density is mass by volume, you know that. So this is clear with this class. So solids are having these properties. You have to note down this. Okay, pause the video, or after completing the video, or sorry, before completing the video, pause the video. Okay, and note down all these things. Okay, so this is, everything is clear. So next we will learn about liquid and gas properties in the next class.